Hi, my name is Melva Glover. Welcome to the annual Glover's Rodeo and Trail Ride. I'm here to introduce and welcome you into our world.
My name is Dexter Strange, and I will be hosting the Easter Trail Ride here in Midway, Texas.
And we've teamed up together to bring you two wonderful events this year. So please come and have fun with us and welcome into our world. And along with introducing you and welcoming you into our world today and many days to come here, we're going to show you what our lives are about. So hang on and enjoy the ride. Again, this is where we got our humble beginnings at the Madisonville Cattlemen's Association. But now we're at the Madisonville Fairgrounds, where our rodeo is even bigger and better. Now, instead of one rodeo a year, we're doing two. In May, we'll be at the county fairgrounds, and in September, we'll be in Hearn, Texas for the Glover's Rodeo, promoted by none other than Melva Glover. Hello, and welcome to our world. Again, my name is Melva Glover with Glover's Legacy Rodeo. I am here to tell you a little bit about my life and some of the things that I do and enjoy. My father started out with rodeo approximately about 30 years ago and bringing a rodeo to Madisonville, Texas, a very successful rodeo. But before him, there was my grandfather, in which we have over 100 acres right in Madisonville, Texas. And we're soon to take a look at that property and talk with my father. What I do is I trail ride, I rodeo, I train kids, adults how to ride horses, and we have an awesome time. So again, I want to welcome you into our world and give you a little bit more information about me and what it is that both Dexter and I do. And again, this is my friend and camaraderie, Dexter Strange.
Yes, my name is Dexter Strange, and I was here because I'm hosting this year the big Easter ride here in Midway, Texas, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. And I was like for all of you to come out and have a family-oriented good time. We're going to have 15 vendors. We're going to have the mechanical bull. We're going to have a lot of food, games, and a lot of fun. So we really appreciate it if you all come out and have a good time. I've been trail riding for 20 years, riding from Southwestern to Prairie View Trail Riders. So I've been around a long time. For many years, Kelly Reunion was given out in Centerville, Texas, and this year they decided to cancel. So I want to continue the legacy and try to continue the fun and everything I enjoyed out there, having fun with them. And I would like for you all to come out. We have a bigger place, 100 acres. We have a covered dance floor. We have a lot of more room. We're going to have the same vendors, everything that you had down there and more. So we really like for you to come out and enjoy it. Well, I guarantee that it's going to be a nice ride, because we have a good 12-mile ride, and we're going to have a lot of vendors, and like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun. So just come out and have fun. It's going to be great.
The Glover's legacy is taking a page out of my father's beginnings. My father, again, started the rodeo almost 31 years ago, and my goal is to continue this legacy with Glover's Legacy Rodeo. We first did a rodeo in 2008. At my grandparents' ranch, and then in 2011 was our first rodeo held right here in Madison County, and then this year will be our third rodeo at the Madison County Fairgrounds. So I am proud to say, as your daughter, that this is a legacy that I want to continue and keep going for as long as we possibly can. This is a culture, this is a legacy that I am proud of, that we are rich in, that people need to know and to learn about.
It's a family outing. Basically, it's an outing where everybody can come out and just camp out and kind of just socialize with each other, ride horses, and it's a good fellowship with one another too. And it's a good experience, something that you always remember.
All right. If you allow me, my father started trail riding many, many years ago. I think I was probably about 4 years old when he first got into it. And I can remember as a little girl, we would go on these, to these different locations. And at those locations, there would be other people who brought their campers and trailers, and they would bring food for the weekend, and they would sit around a fire and they would talk all night about just different stories, and some of them was a bunch of lies, I realized, but that's what it's all about, that getting together, that social environment that we all use and that we all need. We're human, and we need that social environment, and that is what this is. It's made up of so many groups of people. From a group may simply start out as a family gathering or a family togetherness, and that group will develop or form a name, and from that name they'll go and they'll visit other trail rides, and it's just like one big happy family where everybody's singing and dancing and partying and eating and drinking, and it's a lot of fun. So we encourage you to come out, be a part of our world. It's a fun world. It's a family, as Dexter said, it's a family-oriented event.
Yes. And also we have a lot of things that they do to us. It's not only just trail riding. They do a lot of things as far as the kids. They have a lot of scholarship programs. They do a lot of things as far as the community. It's a big part of who we are, who we be trying to become.
Right, right. And I agree, Dexter. My name, again, is Melva Glover. If you can see my buckle here, it's Pitching in the Pines. And my son is 18 years old, and he's currently at Odessa College studying animal science. And what has took him there is a scholarship, a rodeo scholarship. He's riding bulls there. Is that something that any of us ever thought would be possible, that you could go to school and also enjoy what it is that you love, riding bulls, in his case? I also have a daughter who attends Texas A&M University, where her major is animal science. And she's doing exactly what she loved. She started out running barrels, and I helped to teach her and show her some of the basics. She took that, she's won saddles, well, she won a saddle, she's won buckles, and I have a number of pictures to, share with you all as far as that. So this is something, it's not only what we do and what we love, it's a lifestyle.
Okay, I'd like to welcome you all to the Strange Ranch. This is a ranch of 100 acres. Plenty of parking, plenty of fun. We're going to have food, a lot of games, a lot of activities for your family, the whole entire family. We'd like for you to all to come out and have a good time. April the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Come out and have a good time with your whole family. Bring your trailers, RVs,
Do you have to be a cowboy to go on a trail ride?
No, you don't have to be a cowboy to go on a trail ride. You can come out and just be a regular person. It's not a regular person, but a person that just enjoy being out. It's outdoors. It's an outdoor type activity.
Right.
It's not only just have to be riding horses and bucking horses. You can be on a wagon. You can ride a four-wheeler. You can ride a golf cart. Anything that's just what you want to do,
Right, yeah. You'll find that there's a lot of people out there that are not cowboys.
Yes.
They're just people who have come to have a good time.
Yeah.
And you can be afraid of a horse, and there's a lot of that,
Yeah.
and still be at the trail rides.
The difference between a rodeo and a trail ride, I would think, is a trail ride is like an outdoor activity where you're going to be on a certain part of land and you're just going to just ride horses at a certain time, and you come back and you kind of socialize with one another, where a rodeo would be something that Melva does, is have events.
I would say the difference between a rodeo and a trail ride is competition. At a trail ride, there's no competition. Everybody's there enjoying one another. At a rodeo, there's competition for the purse or the prize. For example, in bull riding, which is, in my opinion, the most exciting event in the rodeo, there are cowboys going out to compete for this prize money, and whoever rides the best bull and receives the best score, then they are the winner. So competition is what I would say is the difference between the two, rodeo and trail ride.
Yeah.
Barrel racing. Barrel racing is an event in the rodeo for cowgirls. This is an event that is just for cowgirls. It's a timed event where the cowgirl rides out and she makes a clover-shaped pattern around 3 barrels for the fastest time. Again, my daughter started when she was, I don't know, maybe 10, 13 years old on the sport of barrel racing. And she has gone on to ride in many rodeos where she's won a saddle, buckles, and that sort of thing. So it's a timed event for cowgirls. You ride out around a 3 barrels cloverleaf pattern for your fastest time. People rodeo in spite of the fact that it's dangerous because it is just a part of who you are. It is so much fun. For example, steer dogging. People say that's like riding a car or driving in a car about 30 miles an hour and jumping out the window and grabbing a mailbox. Now that's what people equate it to. Crazy, huh? Yeah, but that's what people do. It seems dangerous, it seems dangerous to some, but to those who are in those events and who are participating, it's not danger at all. It's a love. It's an adrenaline rush. It's something it's a high on above all highs. So some may say it's dangerous, but others look at it as a competitive event.
All right, this is Strange Ranch. I'd like to welcome you all out. You can come on out here and have a good time, have a lot of fun, 100 acres of fun. No stranger, we don't have any neighbors. Make as much noise you want to. Ride and just have a lot of fun.
I got a perfect example for that. Can you make a living as a cowboy? The answer is yes. Yes. So many people do it today that we have just started to tap into that. For example, Corey Solomon made it to the National Final Rodeo as a cowboy. He made over $100,000 this year in Las Vegas at the finals. So yes, it is possible to make a living as a cowboy. And I know so many others who are making a living as being a cowboy rodeo producer, my father being one, a contractor, someone who brings the stock like Larry Solomon, Corey's father. These are all people that I knew and grew up with. And so I want to continue my life, my legacy, working for myself, showing my children that this is something that we can do. Agriculture is a world for everyone, and you can do it. You can go out and you can get a degree, and you can sustain your lifestyle with something that you love.
Actually, I was in FFA in school, in high school, and I went to college on a scholarship program, Ag Economics, to Prairie View A&M University. And I chose Ag because that's part of my life. I said my grandfather had raised crops, and I was just used to being around that type of atmosphere. And I chose not to work for agriculture, not agriculture economics, but for the federal, was that the government? Chose not to work for the Texas Department of Agriculture because I could do more for myself, working for myself, raising my own cattle, raising my own feed, and raising my own groceries as far as growing my own crops. So that's the reason why I didn't work for the Texas Department of Agriculture.
The Glover's Rodeo will be hosting 2 events this year in 2012. The first event will be in Madisonville, Texas at the Madison County Fairgrounds on May 4th and 5th. The second event, Glover's Rodeo, hosted by my father, Melva Glover, will be in Hearne, Texas on September 15th of 2012. We're standing right here at the Glover's Ranch, and I'm standing right next to my father, the one who started the Glover's Rodeo. And again, I want to continue in his legacy and something that he began for us years ago. Right here, we're standing next to our family tractor. This tractor is used to provide hay, to pick up hay for the cattle, to help put out feed, to work on the roads, all of that sort of thing. We are here at Glover's Lane, where it all began for my father, Melva Glover. This is the home place in which he grew up, and my grandfather, Solon Glover. Now I'll turn it over to Mr. Melva Glover, who started Glover's Rodeo over 31 years ago.
I started rodeo in 31 years ago in Madisonville, then we moved to Hearne. And We've been there ever since, but it's hard to be.
At this location, you will see cattle here in the background. On every Tuesday and Thursday, I come out, feed the cattle, and hay them. So this is something that is a part of our life, our culture, that has started many, many years before I was even created. Again, Mr. Solon Glover, his father, my grandfather, has farmed this land, or this land has been in our family for well over 100 years. There was once crops, there was once a press where they milled their own sugar, or excuse me, not own sugar, but their own syrup. And then also they grew vegetables and fruit right here on this property. He started at a little place that is in Madisonville, Texas, that's near an old cemetery. He helped to build this facility with his hands along with another friend, and the rodeo started out as a roping, which has grown into well over 6,000 fans and contestants in Hearn, Texas, the third weekend in September.
It's September the 15th.
For 2012.
Oh, yeah.
I have seen personally this man break a horse, ride a horse, rope a bull with one arm, drive a truck, not just any truck, but a standard shift truck, pull a trailer, work cows, you name it, with one arm. I mean, and we have people today who can't do half of that.
I lost my arm operating the tractor, mowing in the pasture, about 2-3 miles over here. It was a day that I'll never forget. I didn't have time to do more work, but I lost my arm, and I began to work and hustle and do things for myself. Back in 1964, that I did things for myself and along with other people, just work.
Okay, and the way that I understood the story is my father was working on a tractor doing some farm work, and at that time some wire was caught in the back of the cutter, and being in a rush, he didn't take the necessary time to turn off the tractor and to remove the wire, and he reached back and tried to pull the wire out, and it cut off his right arm. So this was the arm that he used, of course, for everything, his right arm, and he had to learn to write and learn to tie his shoes and put on his clothes and to function in life all over again at a very, very early age. However, that has not stopped him. This man, again, can work harder than most men I know with two arms, and I'm proud to say that he's my father.
No, I need to do some more. Yeah.
Do some more. He not only, he is retired, however, he works every day in Houston, Texas as a scrapping man. And so this is something that keeps him very busy. He's busy with that throughout the year, and then he manages the Glover's Rodeo in Hearn. And it's a continual, ongoing production where he goes out to different trail rides, to different events, and he talks to people, and he networks, and he commercializes to make it an even better event.
She takes it over. She got a lot to learn yet, but she's getting there.
So being pretty ain't stopped her from being a cowgirl.
No.
Well, watching him work and to do the things that he does, it just gives me drive to know that if he can do it, I certainly can do it too. Why do we get all dressed up and gussied up to go out and play. It's a part of it.
It's a part of it.
To me, it's a professional. It's a professionalism because this is something that I've grown up in. This is something that it is who I am. I want to represent myself. I want to carry myself in such a standard that people know and respect me. And it's just about hard work. I mean, I can go out and I dress like this on today, but when it's time for me to go out and feed the cows and ride the horses, yeah, I may start out this way, but I may end up with mud from my head to the toe. And that's okay because that's who I am and that's what I love to do. Yeah. So we get dressed up all nice and neat.
Yeah, but it's a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work and it's what we love to do. So the dirt don't matter.
No.
Feel real good. I know that they're doing it and following my footsteps. Well, let's keep a good work up. You keep on trying. You never know. It might be something that you can do. You might win, might lose, but just keep on trying. It never ends. Just keep on keeping on.
Well, that's certainly an attitude that I can believe in and follow. I can remember as a little girl, no matter where my father went, there were always a bunch of kids with us. And of course they were not his children, but people from very young ages just loved to be around him because of what he was doing. And I get people from all over that tell me how he has touched and changed their lives. Different cowboys who ride bulls, who promote rodeos, who are clowns, well, we call them cowboy protection guys, bull guys, and they just say that he's made an awesome difference in their lives.
I used to haul stock about 3 years ago. I hauled stock everywhere in Atlanta, Georgia. Went to Atlanta, Georgia, to Pony Rodeo. Full force, full pledge, everything but the calves. But we put it on in a hurry.
Yeah, it's a lot to say for experience. Experience does teach you a lot. I did graduate from the University of Houston with a business degree, and I am so thankful for that. And now both my children, Michelle Glover is at the University of Texas A&M, where she's pursuing a degree in animal science. She's now in her junior year, and I don't doubt that she'll be very successful in any ranching avenue that she decides to take. My son, Justin, who is in his first year as a freshman at Odessa College, and I'm happy to say that he is also pursuing a degree in agriculture, well, where he will become successful in whatever adventure he chooses, and he is also a part of the rodeo team. And not to mention my oldest son, Alex, who rides horses, who breaks horses right here in Madisonville for a lot of well-known people. So his services, even in this day and time, is very needed. In the state of Texas this past year, in 2011, we had one of the worst droughts that I have ever witnessed in my life. And as a result of the drought that we have a lot of trees on our property that are now dying. This is an example of one of the cases where we've had years that have been here for hundreds of years that are now dying and cannot be replaced any short period of time.
During the drought, this tank almost went dry, but it's stocked with bass and the catfish. But he come back.
And I can recall this pond from many years ago where we used to skip rocks across the water, and it had never in my lifetime ever been low. And it was the first time this past year in 2011 that I witnessed it almost going dry.
Well, you got to keep on trying, keep on pushing. No different if you what kind of cowboy you are, what caliber cowboy you are, you just keep it on. But it feel good. Take a lot of work and a lot of hard work to overcome the situation. But my rodeo is September the 15th, 2012, here in Texas.
And the Glover's Legacy Rodeo in Madisonville, Texas, in May 4th and 5th in Madisonville, Texas.
And the Big Easter Ride, April 5th, 6th, and 7th, Midway, Texas.
Again, we want to thank everyone for coming out and enjoying our world with Dexter Strange in Midway, Texas, with his big Easter ride that's starting up. My father, Melva Glover, who has given me something that I can grow and live for with the Glover's Rodeo, and myself, Melva Glover. We want to thank you for joining in our world of cowboys and cowgirls. Please come out to the Madison County Museum, where the Glover's legacy, the Glover's family history, is on display at the museum at this time. Thank you.
We would love to invite anyone that's in the Madison County area to come up to visit us at the Madison County Museum. Beginning March 4th, we will have an open house from 2 to 4 here at the museum to kick off our 100-year birthday party for Madisonville and our Glover family reunion. Thank you.
We are here. We are finally here. Home of the Glover's Legacy 2012 Rodeo and Trail Ride. We are standing now in the middle of the arena where all the action will take place. The buck and shoots, the stands, the announcer stand, the concession stand, where everything is bigger and better here at the Glover's Legacy Rodeo in Madisonville, Texas, at the county fairgrounds. Make sure you all come on out and have a great time with us. We would like to thank you to the Madison County Fair Association for helping us and partnering in a great relationship. We want to thank you for helping and supporting us and putting on this wonderful event at this great facility.
All right.
Loosen up. We just brought you a beer.
All right. Before the rodeo, I'd like for you to come on out to Midway, having a big Easter ride, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. You come on out and test your horse and see if it's working for the rodeo. Come on out, have a good time.